Whoops. Welcome, everyone. I didn't mean for that to play twice. Hold on. I don't even have my headphones on, so that probably explains all of that. I was rushing around. My hair is all frizzy. Un momento, por favor. Oh, and there she is. And somehow Dani returned. Oh, yeah. What is happening? I can't hear anything. I feel like my headphones have decided to ruin my day for me. Did they? Did they ruin my day? Maybe I need to turn my phone off and I don't know where it is. So that's a fun thing that's happening. It wouldn't be one of my streams if there wasn't, technical difficulties. What the French toast? Yes, I have the headphones defaulted. I've got all of that going on. So why can't I hear you? Can you hear the music? I can't hear shit. Oh my gosh. Let's try this. Let's see what happens when I do this. Power off. Still can't hear it. No. This music. Power on. Power on. Oh. Can't hear a word. Can't hear a word. Weird. Guys, you need to tell me if you can hear background music. Because, normally I play it. I still have makeup on my hands. And eye cream. So I've been going live on TikTok in the mornings while I get ready. Because I'm a TikTok seller. And got hair everywhere. And it's just a way to try and make a buck or two. While I'm getting ready anyway, but I was running behind because I haven't done it in so long. And I knocked over a full container of glorious, precious eye cream, and that caused such a problem. It made me run behind. And someone comment if you can hear the background music. Why don't you comment anymore? Answer me, children. Answer me. Do you hear anything? Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? Someone answer Mama's questions. Yes or no? It must be a yes. Yes or no? You can hear me? Can you hear the background music? I need a yes or no for the background music. Music is low. Okay, I can't hear anything. Okay, I can't hear anything. Through speakers or headphones. Un momento. I have to do something very fast. Also, I'm going to remove this. This is so annoying. It was working perfectly fine, and then it just, dipped out entirely. So, I will be right back. Fixed it. Fixed! We're back! I feel like, should we start over one more time? Should we start over one more time for the people who didn't get to see one of the new intros? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I made 5 new ones. I made I made 4 new ones yesterday. We'll do it live. I made 4 new ones yesterday, and I've been having trouble sleeping lately. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I had this idea, and I was like, can't go back to sleep. Gotta make it right now. So, one more time for those who didn't get to see it. Is that not badass? Okay, so I guess what that means is we have to put in like new music that kind of jives with the new intro music. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I freaking love it. I love it. And there's several other, like I said, there's 4 other ones. Hello. And I'm going to be playing them all week. Well, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's plot holes and payoffs with Epic Mike. Epic Mike is going to be joining us. And yeah, we won't be playing it tomorrow, but I'm going to be playing the different intros at different times. And eventually we'll pick one that we like best, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But you guys, over the years, it's been 6 years. There's a new trailer up for those who haven't caught it. There's a new trailer up. And over the years, you guys dubbed me the YouTube queen of comics and everything, the queen of YouTube, the comic book queen of YouTube, nerdy queen of YouTube, just various monikers involving the YouTube queen. I put the wrong one up there. Let's try a different one. So I just kind of had one of those moments where I was like, let's lean into it. Why not? Why not lean into it? So I did. And, maybe it's a little conceited, arrogant. I don't know. But I have fun with it. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works for background music. How's that? Does that work for background music? Let me know. If it's distracting, I'll change it. I'd like to. I think I have like maybe some actual like non-lyric stuff. So let me know if you don't like it. I'll take it off. I'll put something else on. But the logo that you see, the pink and white one, I drew that. I did that. I made that myself. I drew that. I'm very excited. It's not loud enough to be distracting. Great. Well, Kino says distracting. So okay, working with it. I can't help it. I just I'll try to make like a version that's instrumental only. But anyway, I made the logo myself, and with the help of an app, made this. You can thank Dreaming Tabitha for directing me to this app. I have made changes. I'm changing the it is distracting, like, because I can hear it louder than you guys in my head, and I think we're just gonna what I will say, wow, that it gets so loud. What I will say, yeah, I drew the logo in Procreate. I did. It was a lot of fun. And then I have 3 months left with Adobe, which they did offer for free. So it's scary but fun. But that's what I'm kind of driving at. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Tell me that's not fun as shit. Okay, there's the footsteps. Okay, that's what I was trying to point. There's footsteps at the end, and I was like, oh, that's actually perfect because Nerdling Army. You guys are the Nerdling Army, so I love that. Anywho, my point being, I'm having a lot of fun. You know, I'm just trying to keep things as simple as possible so I don't freak out again. I'm getting to it. I'm so excited to be back. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks. Like I said, I'm reducing the output, trying to work smarter, not harder. The Adobe expenses are kaput. They're gone. I no longer pay for it. I have 3 months with them. So that gives me plenty of time to transition to Canva and CapCut and DaVinci, like kind of play around with those and, you know, hopefully get used to them. And I'm just, like I said, I was really having fun playing around, you know, drawing that. I'm so proud of myself. Look at the logo. Like it feels more me, I guess. One of the things I was always fighting and overthinking, like Master said, was I'm a girl, man. I am a girl. Like the whole channel started with comics and cosmetics. You guys don't like avoid the fact that I'm a girl. I think you like that about me. So like, why not do a little bit of the pink? Why not? You know, like just be out there with it. Guys, I'm coming out as a girl. I am a girl comic book nerd. I'm finally being myself. So let's yell good morning at everyone finally. Remember, one thing has not changed, and that this love we have, it's transactional, and that all members of the channel, members in the Nerdling Army, and super chats, super stickers, super thanks, they get their good mornings first because it's only fair that you should get what you pay for. So I show my super appreciation by that. Good morning and welcome to the Nerdling Army, Nathan Roethlisberger. Are you from Missouri? Are you from St. Francis County, Missouri, sir? Because I know some Roethlisbergers, and that name sounds super familiar. But welcome to the Nerdling Army, Lieutenant Nathan Roethlisberger. Welcome. I salute you. And thank you, Anakin Turns to the Dark Side, for the $1.99 super sticker. And Obi-Wan's Big Lightsaber for 99-cent super sticker. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much, guys. You have no idea how much these help and how appreciated they are. I know sometimes I'm a try-hard with it, but I don't know what to do with my hands. So I ask. I got a comic book campaign that's live right now. Veiled Legacy, Book 1, Midwest Gothic. It is still live right now. It's going until November. New pages coming very, very, very soon. Evan just showed me some line work and it's spectacular. I'm also about to publish, I still got makeup on my hand. I'm also about to publish some in-universe short stories over on Amazon Kindle. They're going to be $5 a piece. I'm very excited. I have basically been living in that world the entire time I've been on break. You can ask people who have tried to reach me. I have been so MIA. Like DL tried to DM me several times, and I'm like, I am so sorry. Like my head has been in ancient Greece. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Speaking of DL, I know he's here. I know he is. Where you at? There he is. Good morning, Ensign Deranged Lunatic. Welcome. Good morning. And the first member in the channel was him, of course. And I missed you too. We will be having our members only watch party on Thursday. We're going to get back into Spider Noir. And I think Tuesday we will have a members only stream here on YouTube. Sounds fun. Yes. Good morning, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Good morning. Any other members in the chat? Ooh, no. I don't think we have any other members, but that's okay. We're going to start from the top with the rest of the chat. And remember, joining the channel as a member not only helps me out tremendously, but you get some sweet perks too. Like right now I am about, like I was going to record the Big Barda breakdown the other day. And I didn't. I'm sorry. Again, my brain has been trapped in ancient Greece. I have been writing the first in a series of short stories called The Last Dance of the Hesperides, a Veiled Legacy Tale. And I'm locked in, man. Like, you're lucky I'm here. Like I've spent like 12, at least minimum 12 hours a day, just like zoned in. So, there's, where was I going with that? I was going to record Big Barda, but I got locked in, and listen, you're going to be glad that I have been. But I'm going to be recording that as soon as I'm done with Last Dance of the Hesperides. And when I do, and it's done and uploaded, members get to see it before anybody else. It's a special treat just for my members. You get early access to all drops before anybody else. You get members only streams now. It's when there is time. I'm aiming for at least every other week. So twice a month, you get members only streams. You get members only watch parties at your members only exclusive Discord. How lucky are you? You get your own members only community on the YouTube channel and your own gifts and stickers that you get to use. There's so much exclusivity. God, I must like you guys. And I think that's it, honestly. I was thinking, is it possible to do like members only merch? Is that possible? I'm gonna have to look into that. But all right, let's yell good morning to the rest of the chat. But please consider joining as a member. Please, we have fun. Good morning, Mama Penny. Good morning. I miss you. Good morning, Lord Toth. Good morning. And the noises. Untamed Mana was lurking during my Get Ready With Me on TikTok. And I believe she heard or witnessed me in my kimono dump my eye cream everywhere. Extremely upsetting. Then I was getting dressed. Okay. Afterwards, like I'm rushing to go get dressed. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why do my shorts feel gross? And I looked down and the eye cream was all over my prosthetic leg. I'm so mad. Good morning, Maria Graciela. I missed you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, Carl Peachy. Oh yeah, the Shrek 5. I have not seen it. We're gonna get into some stuff. We're gonna play around today because it's first day back and stuff. Okay, and that's all the music stuff because my headphones were being weird and things were connected that shouldn't have been. Good morning, Willie the Monkey King from New Zealand. Good morning. Good morning, Omari. Good morning, Master of the TDS. Since you're overthinking, I know, but I've been having so much fun. Like I said, just so much fun. Good morning, Maverick. Who else do we have? We got to hop in chat today. Good morning, Cosmortal Comics. Good morning. My goodness. Look at us go. Time to switch out to my other Gatorade. So, I've been gone. And of course, all the cool shit happened while I was gone. I did do a couple of streams because, I got to promote. Gotta promote, man. That's better. I just took my hair out of the tube. So I feel like I've got like a fuzzy hair. It's fine. I'll be fine. I'll stop touching it at some point. Maybe. I promise nothing. Anywho, I took a break and I needed to. Let's address that real quick. Let's do our announcement time and we'll address that really fast. And of course, I'm going to put up the Fund My Comic link at the bottom of the screen and remind you guys that it is in the description below and still going. And you can contribute to the campaign for as little as $1 and pre-order a digital copy for as little as $10. It's exciting. There's also when the short stories come out, those will only be $5. So another way to support. I'm just saying. Anywho, let's address my break. I posted a video. And I thought at the time that I was being transparent and that I was doing the right thing, not just for my family, but for myself and for you guys by, telling you face to face what was going on and, that I had to take to stop. I'm just going to be honest. Hold on. Because I was rushing and there. I thought that was what I was supposed to do. I thought that's what my husband wanted. Because there were, it's financial strain. There was a financial strain with all of it. And I thought that, this is what I need to do. And what was really going on was I was just really, really, really stressed out. Very stressed out. Grieving, because as we all know, my pawpaw passed, and that was really hitting me a lot harder than I had realized, and I'm not the first person that's happened to, but I am extremely fortunate that I have some amazing, brilliant, educated, intuitive, observant, and supportive friends. 3 of which happen to be licensed mental health professionals and content creators and creatives. And, the rest, just really good people, very intelligent and creatives, content creators. So they immediately all reached out pretty much at the same time and was like, whoa, what's going on? Talk to me. And I did. I want to thank Master of the TDS. He was one of the first ones, and continually, pops in, checks on me. Dreaming Tabitha, Caro, of course. All these people checked on me, and without them, thank you guys. You guys are absolutely incredible and amazing, and help me really recognize that I was being crazy. I was being self-destructive and just overthinking the situation, So Master says grief is a complex emotion, comes in waves of varying strength. It's not easy, but it's almost beautiful in a weird way. Sorry about your loss. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was crazy. And thanks to you and Caro and Tabitha and a few others, I was able to really recognize that I cannot power through this. Like, as much as I want to be on screen for you guys and deliver like I promise, because that's probably my biggest hurdle, is when I give my word, it is I mean it, and I am very hard on myself about keeping it. So that was probably my biggest issue, was wanting to power through and be there for you guys because I gave my word. So the biggest thing was TDS and Caro and Tabitha kind of telling me, it's okay to tell people you need a minute to take a break and just kind of reassess. So moving on past that, what I did during that break was pretty darn eye-opening. So, and thank you very much, Cosmortal. I appreciate you too. Cosmortal's also one of the people that reached out. And of course, reached out again while I was writing. And I'm like, I'm off in 400 BCE, Piraeus, Greece. Dani's not here right now. She's in another time, on another hemisphere. But and welcome. Good morning, Pyro Adamant. Welcome. We're going to get into all of that stuff. So it's good to have you back, Bizarro Randolph. And thank you, Keto. Missed you, Dani. Glad you're back. My sissy! My sissy's amazing. No, she is crazy. It's genetic. We get it from our psycho-ass mother and grandmother, and it's fine. But what I did while I was on break, there was a few things. One, I prioritized my writing, and I'm very glad I did, because Caro had mentioned before publishing short stories on Kindle, and that could be a way to supplement funding for the comic. And I thought about it. At first I was like, I don't want to take attention away from the comic. And then I got to thinking, but what if I used it to bring attention to it by writing my iceberg, my prequel stuff that I started working on last year that I am so in love with. Like, I am just so in love with. So the moment I started writing it, it's like I could not stop. Like, my husband told me, I'm going to put out a missing persons report for you. Can you appear? Are you okay? I sent it to my sister, like the first very, very rough version like the bones of it. She really liked it. She's really good at crap when she realizes the different layers I've added to it since then. But anyway, that was one of the things I've done, and um, I'm almost done editing it, and I will let you guys know as soon as that is available. But clearly, that's one of the things I'm super excited about and passionate about right now because I've mentioned it like 4 times now. So there's that. Another thing I did was obviously I prioritized myself and dealing with loss and the situation that kind of put me in the frame of mind I was in. And I'm not going to get into it, but I will pass on some advice from one old lady who's been around the block a few times, has a little experience, and has come out the other side a few times. Toxic is toxic. It doesn't matter if they share DNA with you or if there's some rando faceless, nameless, who's what's it on social media. Toxic is toxic. And you have to do whatever is best for you. You are the only person that you have to live with for the rest of your life. Just you. There's no one else up here in your head, unless there is. And then you probably need to talk to Master the TDS privately and like hire him. But see, there he goes. He said, unfortunately, I have to head out. Therapist work is never done. But before I do, Cosmortal said, we appreciate you. And taking a step back to take 2 steps forward is nothing to be ashamed of. Thank you. I appreciate you. Pizza. I can't have pizza. I'm still on a diet. I've got like 30 more pounds to go. Thank you, though. And thank you, Backyard TARDIS, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. I appreciate you. But toxic is toxic. And you are under no obligation to rearrange your life and throw yourself onto hot coals, under a bus, for anything or anyone. For anything. Okay, you've got me at sushi, Ellie. Ellie knows me well. Sushi. If someone is telling you you have to do something to earn their love, they don't care about you. I'm just saying. If someone is making you feel bad for prioritizing yourself and your immediate family, that's not healthy. That's abusive. And you are going to have a very honest conversation with yourself and do what's best for you. It is okay to walk away from people that are not adding value to your life and that are doing the opposite, whether they are related to you or not. It is very hard to do. And if you have done it, I applaud you. I congratulate you. It is very difficult. But I promise you this. When you do, you are going to feel so much better. You are going to be free. You are going to be free of that because you are not going to have to worry about anyone else but yourself. So, thank you. Thank you. You know what? I choose you. I choose you. I love you. Carl says, toxic is toxic. It's hard to ignore the toxicity when it's your family. Preach. Speaking from personal experience, but what helps is you put your mind somewhere else, rather it be writing or playing a game. This is true. And I have definitely used my experiences in my creative work. So that was another thing I did. Also, I did a lot of research with my analytics. And nerds, I'm going to be real with you. My algorithm is hot garbage. My algorithm is a mess. And I'm pretty sure I have no one to blame but myself because I didn't understand it at all. Now, I have promoted videos. And I did get some advice a long time ago from someone about doing, small promotions on YouTube. They can be helpful. And I was doing it to kind of help get watch hours back in the day, to help get watch hours up to get monetized. What I did not understand about the promotions. Oh, bye, Willie. I hope you catch the rewatch because I am going to get into the main topic, I swear. But when you take a break and you come back, I feel like it's important to like catch up. So, and I want to explain the changes. So, anyway, what I did not understand about YouTube promotions, because it's not obvious when you do them. If you're not a YouTuber, this is probably something you've never seen before, but it doesn't like point it out to you. It's not all right there. It looks like, okay, so there is a button that says policies. And me, being a flibberty gibbet, thought that meant like, here are their policies. Like, here are things you can do and cannot do. Here are things you can promote and cannot promote, right? That's what I thought it was. That is not what that policies button was. And I was completely ignoring it. And also, I was just kind of letting it pick whatever place it wanted to promote, because I was like, the more the merrier, whatever. But what it ended up doing was just throwing my videos out there to anyone and everyone, to the cheapest audiences possible, which meant, which meant that they were not targeted at all. It was not going towards people who would be interested in comic books or movies or horror or anything like that. So you just get a bunch of people that don't give two shits about comic books and immediately would click off. So then the YouTube main algorithm thought, oh, people don't really watch all of this content. they start watching and they're like, yeah, they don't care, because it was going to the wrong people. So my algorithm is a mess. So I have to fix that. There was that thing. Now there is a hair. I can feel it. I can't see it. Also, I learned, and this is something you've already discovered, but in case you haven't somehow, even though we're here, that you guys are more active later in the day. So I just shifted the live streams a half an hour later, and like an hour and a half later on Fridays. And we're kind of rotating around the breakdowns as well. So that's, I feel you. Where are you? That is so annoying. Does that happen to you? Like, you've got a hair somewhere and you can feel it, but you can't find it. You can't grab it. You can't, but it feels like a spider crawling on you. Like, I don't mind spiders, but I don't want them crawling on me. So those are the main changes that are going on right now. And you're going to see more polls going up on the channel, so keep your eyes peeled. There have been a few already, and we have established that you guys would like members only streams, not just watch parties and stuff, because really only DL and occasionally Kino show up for the watch parties. So we will do some members only streams. Now I'm going to be upfront with you because you deserve that, and you seem to be on board with this notion. I can't do them all the time. I can't do members only streams like every week, and I can't promise they will be super consistent because I can't overwhelm myself. I did that and I freaked out and I almost shut the channel down, and I don't want to do that again. I am one person running the channel that has at least 2 different shows, plus pre-recorded breakdowns, plus the shorts to promote it across platforms, plus the comic book, the short stories, my family, my sister. I haven't seen my sister in like 2 months. That sucks for me. Or it's only been a month, but it feels like 2. Anyway, there's a lot, okay? And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work because it's not just me sitting here talking to you guys and pressing buttons. The breakdowns consist of researching, a lot of research, plus writing, editing and polishing that writing, then recording, then editing that, which takes a lot of time, and then graphic design, upload, and then Kino is just magnanimous enough to make some clips for me. So anyway, it's a lot of work. So I need to make sure that I don't get overwhelmed and burn out for the main stuff. Now, if we get a lot more members, it may be a lot more cost effective to do more stuff like that. But you guys let me know. You guys let me know. Carol says, so basically the best daily shows are comics and live and geeks and gamers and film threat versus. I've done versus twice. I don't know if they will ask me back. I don't know if they like me enough to ask me back. But I like them a lot. I really do. I love Chris. I love Dante, Verbal Riot. Love him. But I love that you consider me one of the top 3 best ones. You have no idea. That's so cool. You should like post that and tag everybody and let those bitches know. Anyway, those are those announcements. Big Barda's coming up. You're going to see more polls happening because I want to know what you guys are thinking, what you guys want. Have I got everything? I should pull up some bookmarks here. I should, because I think it might be time All right, let's check out some headlines, guys. Check out some headlines. If it'll let me. Oh, there we go. Hot dog. All right. So, what shall we start with? Our flag means death creator David Jenkins says he has turned in his pilot script for Booster Gold. You guys know, hopefully you do by now, by this point, how much I love Booster Gold. I freaking love Booster Gold. I really do. And I have been dying for a Booster Gold series. I have said for quite a while at this point that it would be a genius idea to have a Booster Gold series. Like, Genius. You know what I forgot to do? Do you know what I forgot to do? And I feel really silly right now. People, oh no. Oh, I should not be on. Yeah, I'm going to remove that. Sorry, I'm not even supposed to be on that one. I'm supposed to be on this one. People on Rumble is probably like, oh no, I pressed a button I shouldn't have. Anyway, so now we're on Rumble. Not supposed to be on X anymore. It's supposed to be Rumble. I'm sorry. Um, then James Gunn announced, like, hey, and this was almost 4 years ago. We're going to do a Booster Gold series. I'm like, yes, please. Do it. Do it. Don't threaten me with a good time. That's amazing. Let's go. So here we are, several years later, almost 4 years later. And you're right, Carl. Kumail Nanjiani is rumored to play the titular role of Booster Gold. Like, first of all, despite the obvious, does Kumail Nanjiani look like this dude at all? No. And again, just rumored, just absolutely total rumor. I would have 100% backed Glenn Powell, but again, Glenn Powell doesn't want to do movies like this. He doesn't want to do big franchise DC MCU type stuff. He does not at all whatsoever. Zero interest. So people need to leave him the hell alone and let him accept his decision. I think the kid who played was it Riley on Letterkenny would have been amazing. There's some great choices out there. Kumail. Hey, good morning, Ensign Loki. When does Ellison officially take over again? Oh, wow. Good morning. Buenos dias, Fernando. But yeah, Kumail Nanjiani looks nothing like Booster Gold. That's the first very obvious thing. Second, he's like, isn't he like 50? I'm all about giving Gen X jobs, but can they be age appropriate? Please. Can they at least like kind of look that way? Glenn would be a good choice, but he needs to be just like, he doesn't want to do it. So leave him alone. Like, he's been very clear about it. So anywho, Kumail has been heavily rumored. We still have no official casting, but David Jenkins over here on Blue Sky, which is deader than a doornail. I get no traffic there. Just handed in my Booster Gold pilot. I love it. One of my favorite pilot scripts. I've seen Our Flag Means Death. It's okay. I'm not that like blown away by it. Okay, so I'm not gonna freak out over it. So I was so excited 3.5 years ago when this series was announced. And here we are. Here we are. Several projects later, and now I'm just worried and sad. What do you guys think? How do you feel about the upcoming Booster Gold project that's still in the works, apparently? MySpace. And there is no guarantee that this is going to go forward. One, they got to like the script. They got to like it. Two, it's got to make it past that first focus audience, the first focus group test audience. If it doesn't test well with the focus group, if the network heads don't like it, it doesn't move forward. 3, Ellison may kill the whole thing. I mean, that merger is happening. It's happening. It's real. It's happening. And David and Larry Ellison may axe all of it. So, Maria says, I'm very excited about this. See, I want to be so excited for Booster Gold because I love him so much. It's one of my favorite breakdowns I've done. But after being so disappointed so many times, Cosmortal says, for the love of God, shut it all down. James Gunn is the worst era for DC, a generational disaster. All right, guys. And then, that stuff we're going to talk about Friday. Let's just go ahead and get into our main topic for the day. That's going to do it for our headlines. Headlines. I'm just going to sit here and put lip gloss on all day. How's that? Like, yay. My lip gloss is popping. So, the most amazing thing has happened this season. Good movies hit theaters. And of course, it's after my movie theater shuts down. We've been saying for a while that the Hollywood bubble has been bursting. Well, I think it's burst. For those who don't know, Mando and Grogu's second week in theaters, it dropped almost 80%. That is unheard of for a Star Wars film. The second week it is in theaters, you see people, bots, accounts, begging people to go see the movie in theaters. My sister, ADHD brain, you were counting and let the bodies at the floor jump into my mind. And then the parody, I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. So, yeah, my ADHD brain, I have to acknowledge comments like that. Never in my life have I ever seen a Star Wars film drop 80% in its second and third weeks and see people like beg, please go see it in the theater or they'll never make this again. Well, see, now Mama Penny has said this.
There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights. So, Master of the Universe also flipped. We don't have to keep piling up on Mando and Grogu. Who's piling up? This is facts. This is just the straight truth of it. I'm not even talking about if it's bad or good. I'm talking numbers. Like, it's second week, it dropped almost 80% in ticket sales. That I'm not talking about, oh, it's so terrible. I'm talking about actual box office sales. And Masters of the Universe was not doing well either. And let me check my email here. Oh, you don't need to see my email. I'll pull it up over here. My whole point is that the budgets for these films, like Mandalorian and Grogu, was in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions. Oh, did I delete it? Let me look at my trash. Hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's not broken even yet. To break even, and this is important, to break even, oh, here we go. I've got it. To break even, a film has to make double its budget. And that is because it shares 50% of the ticket sales with the theaters. So they have to make double. And you do have a good point, Cosmortal. Master of the Universe isn't Star Wars. I was talking about Star Wars. But my point is that they didn't give me my complete results here. Okay, here we go. Box office weekend. Here we go. I'm going to pull this over here. If it'll friggin' let me. Oh, Lord. Okay. Come on, computer. Hello, computer. Hello, computer. If it'll, come on. Let me do things. StreamYard. You jackass. All right. So, Obsession has been in theaters. It's been in longer than that. Let's get to the bottom of this. All right. How many weeks has Obsession been in theaters? Because it's been in longer than that. Only 5? How many weeks has Backrooms? 3 weeks. Really? I feel like it's been longer. That's so crazy. Okay. So, anyway. The budget. Oh. Mandalorian. Oh, man. Look at that. So, I have not gotten to actually sit and watch all of Mandalorian and Grogu. But from what I have heard from everyone across the board is that it just felt like a collective of episodes from the series smashed together. And not even like, directly after season 3. It felt like somewhere before then. Bland, definitely didn't feel like a big budget film, which was disappointing. I was kind of wanting looking forward to see it after hearing what Jon Favreau said. But then I heard the other thing Jon Favreau said. He said, I don't even know why they wanted to make this into a film. They were just like, hey, let's do a movie. And he was like, okay. That's never a good sign. And I did see Masters of the Universe. Dave and I watched it together, and we enjoyed it. As kids who grew up in the 80s, who watched it and had the toys. It's self-aware. Masters of the Universe knows what it is. Okay. Is it perfect? Is it Oscar winning? Does it have an airtight script? No. It definitely could have used some tweaks here and there. But it was self-aware. And I think it has picked up recently because of their marketing strategy. Their marketing strategy has been pretty good. Because they're self-aware. You know, they're making fun of themselves. And that is something I am hearing about it. Is, you know, they kind of went heavy-handed with the jokes. My husband and I kind of laughed. Like, we had my makeup is way too pale today. Look at my hand. We had some good laughs at it. That was funny. It was like 14-year-old boy humor, I guess. And it is He-Man. So, but they definitely leaned into the camp. And I kind of liked that. But anyway, my point is they spent hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars on these films, on these big Hollywood productions, and they are bland. They're bland. They are just kind of boring and mostly preachy. Most of them are still very preachy. Case in point, I watched Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg's latest film. And I was so excited. So excited. So excited to see it. How do you know that, Maria? How do you know that? Tell me. I'd like to know. I'm so excited to see Disclosure Day. I love Steven Spielberg. I love aliens. Love alien stuff. Let me tell you how I felt about Disclosure Day. Straight from the start, 10 minutes in, this was me. They've established nothing. Nothing. Why do I care? Why do I care about these people? They've established nothing. I felt like Steven Spielberg left out the entire first act of his film. That there was no establishment of these characters and why we should care about them at all. There was no connective tissue whatsoever. It just kind of plopped you right there in the beginning of Act 2 and kept right on going. And therefore, you had no reason to have any emotional involvement in anything that was going on. He made the boyfriend just a absolute dick for no reason. We had no reason. We have no idea why he was behaving this way, really, or what history these two had, why we should be invested. Like, again, I'm just repeating myself. It just... It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Because it's He-Man, dude. Because it's He-Man. He-Man Did you watch He-Man growing up? Because I did. And I'm telling you, you are going to need to not take, like, if that movie took itself seriously, it was not going to work. I'm just telling you. Like, there's no way. Like, have you seen Orko? Have you seen Manny Faces? Trapjaw? Ramhead? Fisto? You have a character named Fisto. You can't, come on, you can't take it seriously. He-Man was a goofy show. Yes, it was. It was fun, and they gave Prince Adam shit all the time. And then they're all surprised when all of a sudden He-Man appears and no one realizes that it's actually Prince Adam, even though they look exactly the same and have the same hair. So, absolutely. Disclosure Day was boring and was poorly put together. It was just not good. And it cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay? Hundreds of millions of dollars. And then something crazy happens. Something brilliant and crazy happens. And I absolutely love it. Yeah, they had it starts in Kansas City. I want to see Disclosure Day just because of the Kansas City connection in the movie, but I don't think I will after one I've heard about it. Yeah. And there was some comment about Steven Spielberg saying it'll make you question God or something. And I think that was stupid. I maybe that's not exactly what he said, and maybe that quote was taken out of context, but there is a part in the film where it's not necessarily it will make you question God. It will make you rethink the magnitude of God. And I mean, I agree with what was said in the film. Like, I've always felt that way. So I don't know why anyone would be offended by what is said in the film. It just seems obvious to me. So I don't know why anyone's getting bent. Like, if anyone's getting bent, it would be because someone took a quote out of context and they're using it for engagement. That's what I would say. So anyway, moving on to my actual point an hour and a half later. YouTubers show up. And I know there is a line from this article in the Hollywood Reporter, Curry Barker, where he says, I'm not a YouTuber. I don't know if he's British. He's probably not. He's not British. Where he says, I've never really seen myself as a YouTuber. And I'll get into that in a second. But Curry Barker with Obsession, which instead of dropping down, ticket sales going down every week, it's going up. And instead of losing theaters, like, where's it at? Mando and Grogu. And I'm only using this because it's one of the bigger budget films. Okay. And I planned this stream like 2 weeks ago. Mando and Grogu has lost like 675 theaters across the country. Over the last, it's been in theaters for 4 weeks. And over that period of time, it has been taken out of 675 theaters. However, Obsession numbers continue to go up, and it's actually been put in 168 more theaters. Oh, and what was the budget? What was the budget for Obsession? $750,000. $750,000. That is considered a very low budget film. It's a low budget film. It's considered an indie low budget film. And then you have Backrooms, which was also directed by a YouTuber, written and directed by a YouTuber, inspired by a series of shorts that my daughter pointed out to me. And she's like, I think he made it into a game too, Mom. A series of shorts he put on his YouTube channel. Kane Parsons is his name. He put it on there when he was 16 years old. He started talking to, who was it? They started talking to him about making Backrooms into a feature film when he was 16. He made that movie for $10 million. So here we have Obsession, made by a content creator for $750,000. And we have Backrooms, made by another content creator for $10 million. Curry Barker is 26 years old. Kane Parsons is 20 years old. This is just hilarious and wonderful and remarkable, because this whole time, for years, decades, Hollywood has been just piling it on that they have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on these films. They have to. Medea just said they had to spend that much money on Masters of the Universe. They had to. Why? Why? These two 20-year-olds just proved, no, you don't. Curry Barker, this 26-year-old content creator, and the reason why he said in this article, I never really considered myself a YouTuber, is because he does more than that. He started off on TikTok. He does Twitch streaming, Instagram, and YouTube. Like, YouTube was one of the last things he started uploading to. And I do know from, being in this space for almost 7 years now, which is quite a while, all content creators have their different basis or, rules or what have you, justifications for what they call themselves, or, do you know what I mean? Like some YouTubers, they don't really consider themselves a YouTuber until they're doing it full time, or until they're paying all their bills with it, It's kind of like a pride thing. Like a title, like they may be putting things on YouTube and they may go live on YouTube, but they don't assume the title of YouTuber until they've achieved certain milestones. You get what I'm saying? There are some people who are like that. There are some people who they don't refer to themselves as that if they're not exclusively on that platform. And there's some that, like I knew a kid who was like 10 and he would just upload videos of his cat, had like 3,000 subscribers. I gave him a tripod. And he told everyone he was a YouTuber. So I think it's pretty much up to anyone. Okay. That was not a low budget film, Maria. Not, and I think you've just kind of given yourself away. So it wasn't a low budget film. It was just an 80s movie, and we loved it. Dolph Lundgren and Courtney Cox. You, I think you have to be kind of the Gen X type, possibly generation, to fully really get and appreciate He-Man and He-Man humor. And that's fine. Like, it's not for everybody, but what do you mean you don't understand the question? Because you told me, you'd said that they needed to spend that much money, the money they did, that they needed to spend that much money on Masters of the Universe. And I asked you, how are you so sure? Like, what makes you believe for certain that they did? Well, see, there's this kind of like cusp there. Is it there? There's like Xenial. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm the youngest of the Gen X, but also I'm considered a Xenial because I'm so close to millennial. It's like right there, like on the cusp. So, yep. Well, I mean, yeah, but we still loved it. Yeah, I'm not even talking about promotion costs yet. So put that in your back pocket. What I'm just stop. Listen to me. You know how easy it is to get me off track. The point is, this kid, okay, came from the content creator space. He's always wanted to be a filmmaker. Always. Yes, we are. Yes. Thank you. $750. He has just made the biggest profit off a film in decades. He just showed Hollywood they are totally full of shit. They're full of it. Completely, 100% full of shit. You do not need to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to make a good original film. And he says so in this article. Flat out says so. I love this kid. I will defend him at all costs. So now, Jeff Goldblum, now they're looking into more YouTubers. Hi. Carol Brown and I are wanting to make a film too, Hollywood. They're looking into more YouTubers. So here we have Curry Barker. Look at him. He's just a baby. He's the same age as my oldest child. The same age. And one of the stars of the film, Indy Navarrete, she was on Superman and Lois for 4 seasons. 4 seasons. That was a successful series. That was probably the best CW series they've done. If you mention Smallville again, I'm going to reach through that camera and smack somebody, because Smallville was WB. Okay? Don't you dare. The WB created Smallville. CW spent like 20 years trying to chase it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's go through this. He says last week, Smallville was amazing. Last week, 26-year-old writer-director of Obsession was told he was going to a routine meeting at Focus Features. Focus Features bought this film for $10 million. Okay? Bought it for $10 million. Do you know how much money they have made? They've made. So how it works is you make a movie. All right? You get investors, you fund it, you make a movie, right? Then you got to shop the movie around for distribution. Okay? You can't just like make a movie and then show up to a movie theater and be like, all right, here's my movie. Like, that's not how it works. You shop around to a company that distributes for you, a production company. So he meets with Focus Features. Focus Features loves it, buys it for $10 million. This kid already like made a huge profit. Huge profit. He spent $750,000 making it. He got $10 million selling it to distribution. And of course he gets, back end because writer, director. It has made to date $189 million. Mandalorian and Grogu has made $164 million. And it's not broke even. Obsession's numbers are only going up, like consistently. So now do you see what I mean? Like every single, this is the most profitable film in decades. Focus Features has made an ass load of money off of this deal. So last week, 26-year-old writer-director Obsession was told he was going to a routine meeting at Focus Features offices in Universal City. Instead, he arrived at the production company to find himself facing 250 employees, all holding glasses of champagne. He thought, for perhaps the 100th time in recent weeks, holy shit. Focus chairman Peter Kajowski declared, congratulations on the biggest movie Focus Features has ever had. The employees just burst into applause and toasted Barker's success. Then Kajowski held out a box. In the music business, they hand out gold records. Kajowski said, we don't do that, so here's this. Inside the box was, of course, a One Wish Willow. If you haven't seen the movie, it's in the movie. It's like the whole plot. The spell-casting prop from Barker's hit film, only this willow was in a glass case and gold. It was a fitting gift for the young filmmaker from Alabama who, during the film's pre-release marketing tour, had snapped a One Wish Willow toy as part of a press stunt. I wish for Obsession to be a huge hit at the box office, Barker declared at the time. Then, like a character in his own story, Barker's wish was fulfilled to an almost supernaturally sarcastic extent. His movie, shot for just $750,000, has toppled the box office record after another on its gravity-defying trek towards $300 million globally. Almost overnight, Barker became the hottest young horror director in the industry. He has already shot his follow-up, Anything But Ghosts, and has signed to write and direct an A24 reboot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, that poor fucking kid. He's got to do a reboot. Oh, that sucks. One company even offered Barker $10 million for literally whatever he wanted to pitch next. It's like when that wish gives you one more than you bargained for, agreed Barker, who got his start by posting sketch comedy and horror shorts online while working in a coffee shop. Producer James Harris took a chance on his Obsession script, then Focus picked up the project at last year's Toronto International Film Festival. Below, in his first ever cover story interview, Barker gets candid about the last month has really been like for the Gen Z filmmaker, from those tumbling box office records to being overwhelmed with career options to suddenly having famous friends. Barker lets us live vicariously through his Hollywood dream come true. A couple of things. When he was shopping this film around, someone offered him $2 million to change the script and change the outcome. $2 million. And he told them no. That's not the point. That was awesome. That really good for him. That's integrity. And that's a big problem that we have here these days. Is there's too much of that. There's here, let me give you this fat check. Now change everything about your script. Change the plot, change the characters, change the heroes. Just change it. He said no. Do you think they wanted the lead character, Bear? I'll show you this guy. They wanted him to be a hero. And so they offered him $2 billion. And Curry Barker said, no, that's not the point. Mm-mm. So do we think that if they had changed the inherent premise of the film, that it would be doing as well? I don't think so. Because he says in this article right here, actually, he's asked, what do you wish studios understood about Gen Z audiences, who are now the biggest movie-going population? He says, I wish they understood that we're tired of slop, which means shit. We're tired of shit. We want good movies back. People are still hungry for movies that are original without some big IP, as long as the story is good. You just said the most profitable filmmaker in decades just told big old Hollywood where they've been going wrong this whole time. He said it out loud. He's not part of the club yet. It looks like they're dragging him in, but he's not part of their club yet. And he just told them all how he was able to beat them. I made a good movie with an original story and a unique script that wasn't part of some ginormous, ridiculous IP. That's how. Offered $2 million to change it and make it just like the cookie cutter crap that's in everything else these days. And he told him no. So he's still got some integrity. We'll be watching to see how long that lasts, but that's what it is. Everything in this article flat out says that this kid beat the hell out of Hollywood. still living in an apartment. And where is the... He's mentioned an Obsession too, but he doesn't want to get into it right now. So who knows if that's ever going to happen. So when you keep seeing that stuff floating around the internet, confirmed Obsession 2, not really. I mean, he mentioned he has an idea for it, but it's not in the works. So there you go. Now remember, you guys have seen it roaming around social media a lot, and I'm trying to find where they asked him about it right here, because he had an amazing response, an incredibly amazing response. And that's there it is. That's another thing that the Hollywood A-list elite could really learn a lesson from, because he handles it perfectly. Hollywood's always got to dig their heels into they think that they're there for the little guy, that they're lifting up the little guy and helping blah blah blah, but they're not. They're only there for themselves, their agenda, whoever their handlers say has paid them to look out for. The worst offenders, you know who they are. Mark Ruffalo being my favorite to pick on because he's just so awful. But in the last week, the art director from Obsession, Sally Choi, took to Instagram after seeing that the film was nearing the 300 million worldwide gross mark, and decided to bitch, because that's what you do. So let me explain what it's like when you work on a film, when you are crew. I mean, hell, even when you're cast, when it's an indie film. I've only, worked on a couple. But aside from that, I am industry adjacent. I've worked around it enough and been around it enough to know this very well. And like I said, done a couple. So when you work on an indie film, a low budget film, especially when you work on any film, especially as crew, you get offered a job and they tell you what the pay is. If you have enough experience, clout, I guess, if you have a resume that's good enough, then you can kind of push back and say, I prefer this amount. And then you negotiate. Or they can say, nope, sorry, this is all we're offering. So when you are someone like Miss Sally Choi, who has never worked on a professional film before, she had only worked on one student film. Just the one student film, no other movies, one student film, no IMDb credits. That is your resume, by the way. No IMDb credits, one student film. She got paid pretty well, honestly. This is a good paycheck for this kind of film. The budget was $750,000. There's a lot of things that need paid for. And her being the art director, she got paid close to $300 a day for 1 month's work, close to $7,000. 1 month. Okay. And Omari's got a really good point. If Obsession was not profitable, you know damn good and well, girl wouldn't have said a word. Nothing. Another fact about working on these low budget films when you are crew, especially when you have a very small resume or no resume, you tend to wear many hats. You do what is best for the film. That means some days you show up and you may be working in the hair department, helping out. One day you may be working in the makeup department, or you may be working in production design, painting things, or what have you. It's what's best for the film. People get pulled from other departments all the time. Some days you're working as a PA. And she complained about all of this and how at one point I was down to 90 pounds. Bitch, eat a cheeseburger. It sounds like you're pretty skinny to begin with. That's a you problem. You're expecting your boss to feed you. When I owned my salon, I was not expected to feed my employees. When I worked for Spectrum, I did not expect Spectrum to feed me. When I worked at the radio station, did not expect the radio station to feed me. Yes, a lot of bigger budget films do have craft services. That is a nice bonus if they can afford it. If they can afford it. Small budget, low budget. Come on, man. They're having enough trouble being able to afford the actors. They had enough trouble being able to afford to pay you. And now you're bitching that they couldn't afford your gluten-free protein chips. Shut the fuck up. You shut up. Like, really? So she posted all this complaining. When you do these kind of films and you're at this point in your career, just starting out, your payday isn't necessarily your paycheck. Your payday is the next job. That's how it works. You don't get promotions. You don't get raises. You get better. You get better. The more work you do, and the more successful the film you work on is, the higher pay you get to dictate and negotiate. Well, she's just screwed herself out of that. So let me tell you something. This film that she was the art director for, which a lot of people have praised the art direction, the design, the production design and everything on this film. Like, if she had just sat quietly, she would have gotten so many job offers. She wouldn't have had time to make that Instagram post. She'd be too busy working and making $1,000 a day on a big budget Hollywood film. Did she do that? No. She decided to get on a soapbox. And the unbelievable amount of Dunning-Kruger syndrome that has popped off after her post. Like, this is horrible. You can't treat people this way. She made $7,000 in a month. How much do you make in a month? Like, be fucking quiet. You have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. And she's just starting out. This is an entry level position in the industry. Entry level position in the industry. And the way you move up is you prove yourself. You work hard. You make sure you're reliable, dependable, and you're willing to do what's best for the film. Teamwork makes the dream work kind of thing. What she did was not dream work, teamwork, or dream work. Okay, so there's that. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Omari. I'm going to make like a thing and we're going to like designate time for super chats. I think that's important too. We should be doing that. It says the art director just made herself look difficult to work with to the rest of the industry. 100%. It's exactly what she did. Do any of you remember that movie I did? That they never finished? They had a budget of $2 million. $2 million. Low budget film had a budget of $2 million. And I never got the script. I had to bring all of my own products and tools, which the hell you do. No, they're supposed to provide that shit. And they never replaced it. I asked them to. They did not. I showed up to this loft in downtown St. Louis where we're supposed to film. When I say unsanitary, I mean there was actual turds in the toilet, trash piled everywhere, a dirty bong in the fridge, nothing else in the fridge. There was no water to drink anywhere. She wants to complain that there's no food. I lost 90 pounds. I didn't even have anything to drink. There wasn't even a glass of water. Like I couldn't even drink out of a glass. There was nothing. There was nothing to sit on. There was no surface for me to put my makeups and paints and tools on. And I had just had reconstructive surgery on my knee. I get there and they're like, okay, we want you to do this and this. No setup. Like they just right then and there. That's what you're doing. Are you kidding me? Like I need a script. And by the way, where is my contract? You told me you would have that today. I'll get to it. You know, did you know Ryan Coogler's going to see this film? I don't care. I don't care. Is Ryan Coogler going to show up with my paycheck? Then I don't care. Didn't show up with my contract that night, so I said I will not be coming back. Then they didn't want to give me back my saddle stool. Took me 6 months. And I had to post all the text messages. They never finished the film, by the way. But they had a $2 million budget, and they couldn't afford to pay me $300, which was my daily rate. Couldn't afford to pay me. A special effects heavy film, and they couldn't afford to pay for their special effects. They were trying to do the whole, it's for the experience. No, that's taking advantage of someone. That's what that is, okay? This chick got paid and her name in the credits. Credits are a big deal. Not everyone gets their name in the credits. There's usually only so many slots for that. And she ruined it. But this kid's response, he said, I have nothing but respect for the art department. And the work they did was extraordinary. Everybody on this film worked so hard and they deserve to be recognized. This movie was made for so little money, and it's typical that the only people who directly benefit from its financial success are the people who took on some sort of risk. Yeah. But what I hope is that every person that worked really hard on this film will see opportunities to catapult their careers in ways that can be very financially fruitful for them, like what's happening for me. Exactly. That is the perfect answer. There is no other answer. I couldn't have said it better. I would have been like, she did great. She was fine. She got paid the rate she agreed to. I don't understand what the problem is now, but hopefully her post hasn't ruined any of the opportunities she was going to have from being a part of such a successful film. He did a way better job than I would have. But again, classy answer. Perfect answer. Another way that Hollywood has just been spanked by a 20-something-year-old who came from TikTok. Can you believe it? And again, it's not just him. You've got Kane Parsons with Backrooms. I really liked Backrooms. Now, I do understand that some people do feel like Backrooms is a bit of an acquired taste. It is a bit of an acquired taste. It's a little bit artsy. There's this character in it that's a doppelganger for Chitwell Edgefor. And it's creepy as fuck. Like, it's so creepy. It's so creepy. Like, I loved it so much. So much. If you did not see this coming, then you have not been paying attention. Friend of the channel, Robert Meyer Burnett, said something on Twitter a few days ago that made absolute sense. He said, if you are scoffing or turning your nose up that, filmmakers that came from YouTube, that they're being called filmmakers, and you're saying that that's, YouTube is a training ground. And it is. It teaches you a lot. It teaches you, even just the technical fundamentals like lighting, framing, setup, how to use your software, audio, levels, editing, angles. But you also learn what drives people. And you learn a lot about storytelling. A lot of people that are already on YouTube, let me rephrase that. A lot of people that join YouTube or decide to go on YouTube are already storytellers, like me. I published my first book in 2006. I was already a storyteller. I'd already studied production in school. And, is it any coincidence that Caro and I have plot holes and payoffs, our through way to make our film? Now you have Open Door. Why do I shrink this down so everyone can see it better? Viral Open Door YouTube short to be adapted into feature earns 6-figure development deal. It's a thing now, folks. Because it's not just these two guys. There was another, why can't I think of it? What is it? Who's the other YouTuber? Who's the other YouTuber that made a movie? And it's like, I'm blanking. Because it's not just Curry and Kane and who is this? Charles Spano with Sean Anthony Baker and Mia Matthews. Markiplier. There you go. Chris Stuckman, Markiplier. There you go. Thank you very much. Markiplier, Chris Stuckman, Kane Parsons, Curry Barker, and now Charles Spano. It's happening. Like already, as we've discussed before, the Nielsen's have reported for the last few years, YouTube is the number one streaming service. More people watch YouTube than they watch TV, than they watch HBO, than they watch Disney Plus, than they watch ABC, NBC, any of them. They watch us. And now they're legitimately watching us at the movies more than Hollywood. YouTube has taken over entertainment. And do you know why? Do you know why? I bet you could guess. I mean, if you said, well, it's because, movies suck these days. That's part of the answer. That's part. It's only part of the answer. What was Chris Tuckman's movie? Tell me. The reason why isn't just because, Hollywood, it goes back to COVID, and it happened. Shelby Oaks. Oh, is that the one with Doc Ock? Why can't I say his name? I don't think I've sat and watched it. I thought it was a series. I'll have to check it out. Let's check that out. Anyway, it's not just that for years, it's just been going downhill. Around COVID, they repealed the Paramount laws so that studios don't have to compete with quality anymore. They don't have to worry about it. They own everything. They can own the studio, the production company, and the movie theater. It doesn't matter. They don't have to compete with anyone. They own the streaming service. They own the theater, the production company, the film roll. They don't have to compete. It's pure profit. Pure profit. So there's no reason for them to even try, worry about making good entertainment. They don't have to fish in a different pond for new, unique, original stuff. Writers, actors, producers, directors, they don't have to look anywhere. They could just keep reusing the same shit over and over and over again and just slap a new sticker on it. These YouTubers bored. And what do we do on YouTube? Anyone who has started a YouTube channel, really, you wanted to make your own stuff. You love talking about it. You have passion for it. You're a storyteller. You need a hobby. You want to do it, you enjoy it, you're bored, so you make it yourself. What these YouTubers have done is merely an extension of what they were already doing, making it themselves. That's all it is. That's why they did it. And that's what independent film is. It's what independent books are, independent comics. It's all the same thing. You make it because you want to be entertained. It's something that you enjoy, something that you would like to see, read, something that would entertain you, something that would thrill you, excite you. My alarm started to go off. So Hollywood doesn't have that anymore. That bubble has completely burst. It's gone. And they have no fire for it anymore, other than to just keep churning things out to make money for shareholders. It's a factory. It's a factory. It's a company. It is a business. It's always a business. But it's the business of art. It's show business. It's entertainment. And you have to have a passion and a love in order to really have it worth anything. So of course, YouTube is showing these assholes where they've screwed up, and it's going to take them for every cent that they had left. And I'm here for it. And I really hope that Curry and Kane and everyone else leave a few bucks on the table for Caro and I when we're finally able to make our movie. I'm just saying. But we've been here for 2 hours today, guys. And my glasses and my headphones are really like squeezing my head. And I don't like doing like super long streams. It's just like, I'm sure everyone has other things to do today. Right? But thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for missing me while I was gone and being here for when I came back. That means a lot to me. And I hope you'll be here tomorrow when Caro and I are here with Epic Mike, when we talk Dune on plot holes and payoffs. And I hope you're here Friday when I'm back at 1 p.m. Eastern, when we talk about the death of Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. You want to know how much I love Doctor Who? Look. See? It's my little TARDIS. And then I have a big cardboard one like over there. This is a small room, okay? It's a small room. I need to find a way to and there's shelves there. I need to find a way to really display it to where you guys can see it and stuff. So, but I do love Doctor Who, and I really hate what Russell T Davies has done, but we're going to talk about it on Friday. And tomorrow we are going to talk Dune, and I love Dune. Ensign DL says, I enjoyed the longer stream. Well, we'll give that a go. We'll see how she do. Tom Baker, I love Tom Baker, but Matt Smith is my doctor. Matt Smith, David Tennant. I hate that they brought him back and did that by generation. That was stupid. So stupid. So dumb. Like, it was pointless. If you guys want to help support the channel, you have many options on how to do that. Of course, hitting like, subscribing if you're new, ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with any more of this nerdy nonsense, sharing the stream, sharing videos. Make sure you leave comments on videos because we are in an engagement-driven algorithm, and my algorithm is hot garbage right now, and I need to fix it. So I need all the help I can get. So those are some excellent ways. Of course, super chats, super stickers. They're super appreciated. Joining as members, we've got a lot of perks for the Nerdling Army. Yes, we do. There's also, see that QR code? That takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can tip me as little or as much as you like, and the proceeds go to help keeping the lights on literally here at the studio, and help fund the comic book as well. If you would like to help fund the comic book, you see that ticker going across the bottom of your screen. It's in the description as well. That is fundmycomic.com/campaign /952/veiled legacy. That takes you there, and you can see all the pages, all the updates as they are finalized. Okay, there's an important distinction. You can pre-order the book now. You can get a digital copy for $10. You can get a physical copy for $25 and an autographed physical copy for $50. Once the book is complete, the book is fulfilled and goes out, you can't order it again until it's distributed. So make sure you get on that now. If you don't want to order it right now and you want to wait until it's distributed, you can. All you got to do is drop $1. If you can afford $1, you can back the campaign and your name goes in the back of the book. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. There's also Cash App. There's a Cash App. You can cash at me at my name, $Danielle Sanssouci. That is me. If you would like up-to-date behind-the-scenes access for everything that goes on with the Veiled Legacy comic series, and maybe I'll put the stuff for Last Dance of Disparities on there too. I don't know. I've been thinking about that. Go to patreon.com/comicsand. 4 different tiers, starting as little as $3 a month. You get all the behind the scenes action. We're talking thumbnails, rough sketches, line work. Okay. You get, when I'm not on break, I do weekly vlogs telling you what I'm working on, what's happening. All of the stuff goes there first, as well as exclusive merch that you get only there, nowhere else. Veiled Legacy stuff like Jimmy's no Wi-Fi robot. You can get it on a t-shirt, and there's stickers and stuff like that. I think it's so cool. And it's the only place you can get it on the internet, or anywhere, to be perfectly honest. And I post some script work up there too. If you want to see my first draft for book 2, The Gospel of Layla Fellows, it's on patreon.com/comicsand. No one else has read it yet. So if you sign up, you can read it. And sometimes I put some of Caro's edits up there. So check that out. Enjoy. There's also the official merch store. Get yourself a Comics and official mug at the Comics and official merch store. You can actually find it here on the channel. There's a store tab now. You just scroll over. There on the YouTube app, on my channel page, it says store right there. Or you can go to comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Get yourself an official Comics and mug or a hoodie. I love the hoodies. I really love the hoodies. They're so cool. You can find everything I've told you about at comics-and.com. All of my links information about myself, the channel, the comic book, everything over at comics-and.com. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you are going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So check out red5.bio.link today to discover more of your Red 5 family of podcasts. Oh, I'm also an Amazon affiliate. So if you need anything for Amazon and you can get a hold of me, please let me know. Like, just send me an Amazon link and then I'll send you the same item back. It'll be a different link, but it'll be the exact same item, because that actually gives me money. Like, I get $1, I think, $1 or so. So here is my Amazon link. It's in the description. And I have several lists going, like several lists. If there is a list of stuff or things that you need and you want me to make a list of it, like, you're going to buy stuff off Amazon anyway. So why not do the shopping you were going to do anyway and support the channel at the same time, right? So just let me know. Let me know. It's in the description below, and let me know. Or it's on the website too. So it's all there. It's all there. I promise. But that's all I have for you nerds today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Check under your beds. Yeah. And support indie comics, especially mine. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys?
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!